What's up, Buttercups? It's me, Amy Young, and I'm coming at you with a Friday freestyle. I had such a fantastic conversation with a friend of mine this week that I have to talk about here. She's probably gonna be really uncomfortable. I'm not gonna name her or anything, but it was just, it was really funny and apropos, I guess, to share on a Friday freestyle. So I was talking to my friend who's been single for a very long time, and she's really friggin' frustrated about it, right? Like, just so ready to meet somebody and so like anxious to just settle down and getting to that point in life where like she wants to be like in something committed and she wants to like be thinking about the future and kids, and we're sitting and we're talking about all this. And I should say, like, it's probably really annoying being my friend sometimes because I have a hard time just having these conversations and being like, yeah, oh my God, no, I know, because I'm constantly like, well, like, but how are you thinking about it? And like, what's going on? Which is what happened. So she's talking to me and she's going on and on and on and on and on about how hard dating is. Oh my God, dating is like so hard, Amy. Like, you don't understand. Like, I don't understand, but these are words. You don't understand. Like, I meet so many guys and I feel like none of them are even close to what I'm looking for. And then the guys that I'm actually interested in, like, they have girlfriends or they're already married. Like, everyone's gonna be already taken. It's getting too late. Like, it's so hard. It's harder than it's ever been before. Like, online dating is terrible. I mean, she's going on and on and on, and I'm like eating chips and guacamole and like listening, but also like thinking in my head, like, you're not gonna be able to just agree with her about all of this. And I did this really annoying thing where I said, you know, it's really interesting to me because dating has never been hard for me in the way that you're talking about it. Like, dating has never been something that I really thought was super difficult and hated doing. Dating for me, even when things weren't going how I wanted them to go, dating was still interesting and fun. So it's kind of weird how we've had like similar experiences, but like for you label it as like it's really hard and impossible, and for me I'm like, wow, it's really like interesting and kind of like wacky and sort of fun. It's kind of just interesting, don't you think, that the two of us can have such different opinions? She like looked at me and was like, don't do this to me right now. Like, don't, I just want to like vent a little bit. And I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. So she vented, we vented together. I was a good friend and listened to her venting. But it's funny, right? How when something isn't going well for us, when we feel like something's not going well or it's not working out the way we want it to, our first reaction is usually to get really like negative and down on it and to label it as like hard. And it's just really like impossible. And everyone like agrees with me. It's really, really hard. And like, oh my God, it's harder than it's ever been. Like, and that might be true. Like, if we looked at all of the evidence to support that statement, dating is hard or whatever is really hard, we might be able to come up with like really strong evidence that would support that, where it could be true. My question though, and this is the question I ended up posing to my friend, is this: is believing that something is hard helping you in that process? Is telling yourself over and over again how hard dating is and how you never meet anybody that you like and that everyone good is already taken, is telling yourself that and believing in it, even if everybody agrees with you and you look at the evidence, is telling yourself that helping you? Is that belief serving you? Because I don't give a shit whether it's true or not. If it's not helping you achieve what you want to achieve, get closer to the thing that you want, why would you choose to believe that? And she got really resistant, as I'm sure some of you are saying, well, you can't help what you believe. Like, you can't help, it's just the truth, and that's just what my experience is, so I can't help how I feel. Au contraire, mon frère, okay? We can all help how we feel. There are so many situations in life where we can't change the circumstances. The one thing that we have some control over that maybe we can change is how we feel about it. So to tell yourself that something is hard, I don't care what it is. Let's go through the ones that I always kind of go through. Telling yourself that weight loss is really hard, that finding a career path is really hard, that dating is hard, relationships are hard, telling yourself that entrepreneurship is hard, being an artist is hard, paying your bills is hard, cleaning up after yourself is hard. I don't care what it is, whatever your current struggle is, check your beliefs about that situation. Because a belief that goes unchecked, that creates stress and friction for you, is not serving you. It's not helping. It will wreak havoc in your life. And if you can start to shift how you relate to that thing, because nothing is ever just inherently hard or inherently impossible, it's always how we're perceiving it. Because there are people like me in the world who would say, no, dating is really fun. Even when it's not going well, even when I went on that terrible Tinder date, man, it made for a really fun story. It was a fun, interesting, weird experience. When I have really shitty dating experiences, nowadays especially, I'm like, great, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna talk about this on the internet. Not necessarily, but right, it's our perception of it. So I wanna challenge you in your current belief around something that you believe is really difficult. And I want you to question for a second, just a second, is there a chance that this could be easier than I feel like it is right now? Is that even a possibility? Does this have to be hard? Is believing that it's hard helping me accomplish it? Because if it's not, then work on it, sweethearts. Work on it. And what is that work gonna look like? I say this all the time. It's gonna look different for each and every one of us. But step friggin' one is recognizing, oh, I think how I'm thinking about this and how I'm approaching it isn't helping. And starting to let yourself examine that and question that and look for evidence in the other direction. How might dating be fun? How can I have fun in this process? If it doesn't have to be hard and I want it to be easier, how can I make it easier on myself? Start doing it, because oh my God, we're just a society of complaining and criticizing addicts. I'm up there with the worst of them. I can be a positive cutie patootie when I want to be. I can also be a real friggin' downer. And I love a good vent session. But if you want to make real progress, you have to question your beliefs. You have to question your perspective on a given situation. You have to be willing to challenge yourself and say, maybe this isn't as hard as I'm making it. Maybe I can make it easier for myself. Maybe I can find the fun here. Friday Freestyle over chips and guacamole. I wish. I'm so hungry right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, if you like me, if you enjoy conversations like this, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And also you can head to the link in the description box and enter your email to be on my mailing list. I send out a newsletter every Wednesday. Sometimes just with special things that are only to that list of people, sometimes talking about a blog post that I don't always get to share on the channel here. So head there, check it out, and have a great weekend and just day wherever you are in the world. Goodness gracious, I love you to pieces. Thank you for being here, and until next time, I'll see ya. I don't need to fear hurt because I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna work harder. Destiny's Child.